Good morning, guys. Today's video should be a lot shorter. Why? Well, I don't have to talk about the moon energy today. I believe I already spoke about the new moon in Capricorn solar eclipse and all the energies surrounding it. Well, not all the energies, but just what I had written down previously when I was doing the horoscope. Okay, so for today, we have numbers of 27 and 24. So there's some kind of relationship that's ending, relationship with somebody, something, or with an idea, a relationship with a person, place, or thing. And 24 is about being grounded, trying your best to feel grounded even though something has ended. And the thing is, also too, what I'm looking at is the 7 is catching my attention. So diplomacy, deciding to be diplomatic about something and not crossing over into the emotional. Okay, 24 can mean that you may have been cheated or you suffered some kind of a loss. Okay, so it's coming to terms with some type of loss. And we have, 2222. Okay, so this is a twin flames activation. It's for everyone, but especially prevalent in twin flames relationships, just because we have 22 and 22. Okay, we also have 20 and 20. Okay, so let me talk about the 2222. That's peace. It is two people working together or two things working in tandem. Because not necessarily, maybe you're working with an idea, maybe you're trying to blend two ideas or something in order to create something unique. But 22 is the number of peace, and 4 is about stability, grounding, and achievement, success. Okay, so you're going to get a grip on yourself. Okay, the 2020 now. We're coming up on 2020, so that's literally a 2020. It's a 4-year, but it's a 5 universal year. Okay, so a 4-year with the year being 2020 means it's going to be 420 all year long, guys. But in numerologically speaking, oh my God, this teeth thing is driving me insane. Numerologically speaking, it's about clarity, clear vision as to establishing yourself, a foundation, or a home, feeling at home. And then we have 5 and 5. So that says that there's changes on the horizon. 5 could also be, gifts, surprises, boundaries, standards, a fence, some kind of block or wall. Yesterday I got blockade and stockade. Okay, so it's kind of like having to blockade or stop. It's almost like a cock block. Not necessarily blocking some other guy, but you know, we are in the new moon and Capricorn energy, so that also too. And I know I mentioned it the other day. No, I don't have a thing for ding-a-lings, but it's just because it's coming up a lot, guys. That's all I have to say about that. Okay, so we have Moon conjunct Pluto in Capricorn. That's the 22 degrees. So that energy is impulsive. It has a tendency for changes to erupt suddenly and for somebody to be thoughtless or to make thoughtless moves. So basically it attributes that somebody is distracted by what's going on. So they need to calm the fuck down, get a grip, because they could hurt somebody else's feelings unintentionally because they're so wrapped up in whatever it is that's happening or what has happened. Yes, a boundary was stolen, kind of like somebody crossed the line or stepped on somebody's toes. Well, whatever it was, there was definitely boundaries that were broken. Yep, somebody crossed the line. Okay, so Moon conjunct Saturn in Capricorn. That's the 20 degrees, the 2020. So that's thrifty, Saturn is a perfectionist, okay, but this comes with the risk of being too critical. Okay, so watch that criticism, but it also lends some stability to emotions. So even though the world might be going to hell in a handbasket, you're going to be okay. And you have to tell yourself that and convince yourself that and believe that, because whatever you're feeling, I just got to tell you guys, everything is temporary, including and especially feelings. Okay, I talked to somebody this morning, and this was just a couple of days ago. I can't remember, where are we? Moon in Capricorn? I think it was back in a couple of weeks ago when we were in the moon in Gemini, and there was a lot of anxieties, right? And he showed up and he's like, well, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, dude, just, stay out of sight, relax, stay away from people, and chill. When the moon passes, the energy will get better. And I saw him this morning and he said, Trish, you were right. After about 2 or 3 days, I felt a lot better. So that made me feel good too. I mean, it sucks being anxiety ridden. Okay, I know I had that problem once upon a time too, but I almost wanted to say I got over it. I didn't get over it. I learned a technique. I forget what it's called. I think it's EDMR. It's rapid eye movement therapy. I guess scientists found that when you're sleeping, the REM movement of your eyeballs helps to integrate feelings and emotions. So therefore it helps healing while you're asleep. So if you mimic the motions, of course, in combination with a specific set of questions, that it can help with your healing, the things that you've been stuck. So it's basically trauma therapy, okay? And it can be used to treat PTSD. But don't take my word for it. I'm not a doctor. I'm just telling you from my own personal experience. Uh-oh. Okay, Moon conjuncting Saturn. So that could also be like somebody's kind of going back and forth when it comes to emotion. They can be intense 1 second, and then the energy wanes. They're still intense, however, they're not vocal and you can't feel it as bad. So it's kind of bipolar. It goes back and forth. Like they could suddenly burst out in anger. However, they're probably not angry about you. And if they are, or if they're blaming you, that's definitely projection. Okay, so emotional, intensely, feeling intense about being robbed and kicking yourself. Okay, so you could be blaming yourself. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Never should on yourself. Okay, and then the moon conjuncting Saturn. I was getting, I'm getting too old for this shit, or I'm just about over it. I'm so over it. I've had it. I'm done with it. I'm sick of this. Why? What the fuck is wrong with people? Oh boy. Okay, so Sun conjuncts Jupiter today. For a lot of us, this is going to be an extraordinary, fortunate transit. The Sun always shines light on and helps to grow. It's energy, focus, and attention, and love. Okay, and putting energetic work towards something. Conjuncting with Jupiter means that it's working with the energy of Jupiter. Now, when two planets are conjunct, they kind of make like a third energy. It's not one or the other, but a combination of the two, and it creates this separate energy, okay, very distinct. So Jupiter is the beneficent. Okay, it's wisdom, it's luck, it's joy, it's hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so Jupiter, joy, optimism, expansion. I want to say adventure. That would be more Sagittarius, but going to foreign places, travel, and doing things you've never done before. That's all about expansion and opening up. So with the Sun conjuncting Jupiter, it's like extra energy towards your luck, because Jupiter is also luck too. And in Capricorn, that would be lucky in work, or lucky in whatever project or enterprise that you're beginning, or that you're currently doing right now. And I want to say it's very important that you're doing what you love. If you have a job that's a dead-end job, or you're hating on your job, you're never going to be happy unless you're doing what you love. I mean, end of story. So also too, I wanted to talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday, and the moon moves into Aquarius. So let me read you the energy for Aquarius. It's idealistic, creative, tolerant, humanitarian with a progressive outlook. Aquarius is an air sign, so they're very rational and intuitive. Okay, they have a very persuasive charm. They can be very convincing, and also too, they're the rebel. They're the rebel of the zodiac. They're ruled by Uranus. Okay, so just to give you some idea of the unstable energy. Okay, the thing is with Aquarius too, they are also detached and purpose driven. This is highlighted for the law of attraction. Okay, they're interested in the unknown. They like exploring. You can kind of say that the moon in Aquarius would represent Fool energy. We do have a 0 point energy today also. So I didn't even notice, but I stopped my video on 11:11. I've been seeing 11:11 like crazy in the last couple of days, probably more so than I've ever seen before. At least, you know, day to day. In one day, like yesterday and the day before, I saw it 5 to 6 times. Now normally I see number 77 5 to 6 times every day. Oh, it's okay, Shadow. I'm babysitting. Oh, you're missing the daddy. Lie down. Lie down. Okay, so anyways, back to the moon in Aquarius. Aquarius is the sign of friends and social groups. Oh, somebody's sad. Friends and social groups, hopes and dreams, society and your groups, like your clubs, your, I want to say social circle, but I think I already said that. Okay, so anyways, with the moon in Aquarius, expect the unexpected, okay? Hold on. Ha ha ha, I stopped it on 12:12. So the repeating numbers are coming in like crazy. For me anyways, I hope they are for you. That would be spirit talking to you. Okay, so back to the moon in Aquarius. Expect the unexpected. Now with the shadow side, this energy can be unpredictable, contrary, aloof, fixed in opinion, tactless, argumentative, restless, and they could possibly have a short temper. Okay, and my channeled information, projectiles, missiles, fistfights, new territory, shooting, stabbing, domestic violence, and then I think, oh, I may or may not have this in here. Okay, and I had to go back and look, but there was one more thing. Waving your freak flag. Letting that freak flag fly. Okay, that's with the Aquarius energy. Now remember, now I said missiles. Now I know in the news we're having issues with North Korea, so they did threaten us. So I'm feeling, if anything, it could come in over the weekend, that they might do something. Hopefully we get peace. I mean, that is a possibility, looking at the energy in the skies right now, but you never know. I'm not a astrologer. I did take a look at his chart briefly. So what's his name? Kim Jong-un, the North Korean leader, or whatever his name is, he's really being activated right now. Turns out he's a Capricorn. Okay, so this Capricorn eclipse is really affecting him, and there are other transits right now that are in his natal chart also. So he's really being affected and highlighted. Okay, I'm hearing Loverboy. Everyone's watching to see what you will do. Everyone's looking at you. And basically, yeah, that does speak about what's going on. Oh, interesting. So, FU. Funny. I tried to type 0 and somehow I put FU behind it. So Spirit is telling me FU. Just kidding. I'm only slightly kidding. But anyway, so numbers for Saturday are 28 and 25. Okay, so somebody is waiting for a time period to end. So yeah, like I was speaking about the missile. So 25 is about big changes in a partnership because it also equals 7. 28 also equals 10. So there's this completion. Somebody is waiting to be recognized as a power, or they're waiting for a time period to end. With the moon in Aquarius and the sun in Capricorn, it can be about missiles. And Capricorn can be about self-sabotage, intimidation, and power trips. So it's not looking real good, guys. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the reading will tell us. Anyways, moving on. So Saturday, we also have 10, 10, and 0. So there's a completion to a cycle. Guys, we have 3 10s. So we're going to be moving forward with some big changes. Okay, now the 10s come in with the moon conjuncting Venus in Aquarius. And that's being friendly, being tranquil. Okay, love of luxury and an artistic eye. Now, the moon is emotions, comfort zone, the unconscious and the subconscious working together with Venus. So that's love, pleasure, values. With Aquarius, that could be detaching. So it could swing either way, guys. He can either be like the friendliest guy all of a sudden because there's big changes that are coming in, or this can be, you know, the beginning of a war. My God. Okay, so also Saturday, Mercury enters Capricorn. You're probably already feeling this energy coming in. Okay, let me read to you. Ambitious and methodical, careful, calculating, and patient. And that's the word I'd left out about the being calculating. I want to say manipulative. Okay, you're superb at handling detail, and you never lose sight of the whole picture. Okay, and when you make decisions, you're rational and logical. Okay, you make the steady progression from point to point. Okay, and that's what you're going to put your faith in. You always have an objective. You always have a secret goal that you're pursuing. And you can often obtain positions of leadership because you're dependable, okay? And you have that air of authority about you. But you can also be a dictatorial, okay? And that could cause issues relating with people. See, can go either way, guys. Okay, you tend to have a disapproving air about the foibles and frivolities of others, okay? To you, life is serious, dark, and you see the dark side, okay? And, oh, your redeeming trait is your dry sense of humor. You're also able to use facts profitably, and you can adapt to different kinds of people. Your career should be intellectually stimulating. You have talent in writing or communications, okay? So travel could frequently be involved in your job, in your work, and you have success in dealing with persons in authority. Okay, the shadow side to that is there could be unforeseen disruptions or uncertainty in career. Okay, so saying that, it feels like he's definitely making some calculations. It's almost like a risk, like a gamble, you know. Yeah, and Friday with the sun conjuncting Jupiter, that could be shining the light on where somebody talks shit. They need to walk the walk instead of talking the talk. So the sun conjuncting Jupiter can shine the light on where you've said too much, where you've done too much. Okay, and I'm still getting, I've had enough. I've had enough with your games. Okay, we shall see what happens. So this is going to be for Friday and Saturday. Did I miss anything? Oh yeah, the 0 energy point. Yeah, I talked about that, where it's a new energy. So we're beginning to create something. That would be the Mercury entering Capricorn. So at this time, we have the sun in Capricorn. We still have the eclipse energy of the moon. So that's still present. Okay, then we have Mercury entering Capricorn. I believe Venus is already in Aquarius. Mars is in Scorpio. Okay, and then the outer planets, they are where they are. I'm not going to look right now. I haven't had my coffee, guys. Okay, that's about as far as I go. So 19 minutes, 42 seconds in. Let's get some clarifiers. First card up, family room. It's the number 21, so it represents any room. It can be a classroom, a boardroom, but it's basically a place where you can speak your mind or speak your truth, because it's also a number 21. You can also voice your fears. That's the first clarifier would be the Five of Pentacles, which is anxiety and worry. It's Mercury in Taurus. Right now, Mercury just entered Capricorn, so this represents Mercury in the second house, which would be, Capricorn is 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. Okay, so 5 houses away. This could be in regards to children or bullying children. Or you could be speaking about somebody bullying a child or a young one. What did I say? 5 houses away. Family room. So there's this feeling that you have to get something off your chest and clear your throat chakra. You may be having issues with your throat because there's something that you need to say. And in the family room, card number 21, you get to express yourself, okay? And it's a gathering place. It's a gathering place where, you know, you can have meetings and talks and, you know, pass the talking stick. So when it's your turn, you can get up and speak your truth. So this could be a meeting or a discussion in terms of a child that's being bullied, or talking about bullying, or this kind of feels like an intervention also. If you don't blank, if you don't, I've had enough, if you don't do this. So it kind of gives an indication of somebody, see, look, even my throat needs to be cleared. Kind of gives an indication of somebody putting something out there. It's not an offer, it's a requirement. Do this, or, and the fear there is the fear of abandonment. Okay, with the Taurus, it's like fear of losing all your power, fear of losing any control over the self, also fear of being bullied. So initially, if you're confronting someone and this is a type of intervention, they may initially try to walk away from you, try to shun you, or you could be telling them, if you don't quit, you're out of my life, or I'm not having anything further to do with you. 2 of Cups, Princess of Cups, and the Death card. Okay, so for me, every time I see the 2 of Cups, this represents sex. Or you could be talking about how you feel like you got robbed. So this could be a discussion about what to do about this loss or this hit that you've taken. Could be that possessions were stolen. Could be that a home was stolen. Could be that a parent was stolen, or even a child. But the thing is, it's kind of like you were forced into it, or it was forced from you. Of force. A showing of force also. So this also looks like a confrontation. 5 is about changes. So this could also be talking about doing work in the home, because Pentacles is physical, yeah. Talking about doing repairs on a home. Or you could be visiting a property, visiting a home, visiting somewhere where you have established roots or a kind of bond with either the person, the place, the thing, even the animal. Okay, 2 of Cups, sex. It's also connection on an intimate level. It's Venus in Cancer. So this is very, very sweet. This is the sweetheart energy. Okay, but you know, I said heart. There are no mistakes. So basically, I'm a sweetheart until you fuck with me, and then you become all unglued, right? So this is intimacy and connection, bonding. For some of you guys, bonding sexually over a loss. So it's kind of like gives a sense of mourning, making love and connecting in order to rid yourself of these anxieties. So it looks like a calming the fears. Okay, Princess of Cups. This can be a child, but Princess usually represents some kind of messenger, a message of love. So this could be affection and gratitude. I love you. You're so awesome. Thank you. Princess of Cups represents fresh love, young love, love through a child's eyes. Okay, so it has this sense of innocence. So it could be that somebody was majorly stressing on something. They were kind of freaking out, and kind of like you distracted them or deflected them with some connection. Okay, if this is not a love partner, you distracted them with telling them, you know, I love you, you're worthy of love, here, I'm your friend, I'm grateful that you're in my life, I love you. Okay, and then death. Scorpio, this would be a purge, a transformation, taking negative energies and transmuting it into something positive, ending a negative cycle. Okay, destroy us. The death card represents Scorpio. Scorpio is the destroyer of narcissists. Okay, so one of the things, this is that sexual healing. Okay, so we took that energy and we used it physically because that energy was nervous, right? Even though anxiety is Five of Pentacles because you feel it in the physical realm, it's really all about the state of the mind, right? So there's something that's been bothering you, and then your partner or your friend shows their gratitude or their love. They either talk you down or you get some sexual healing is what this looks like. But it's also agreeing to figuring out a way to change this negative situation into something positive, or at least trying to look at the bright side. Let's clarify Great Fortune. So Great Fortune is number 26. 26 is about, I was going to say a balanced diet, almost like a balanced schedule, okay? Feeling empowered because you love your life. Okay, 26 is about getting what you deserve. Okay, for some of you guys, that's balance. For some of you guys, if you had too much power, it's now the other way. But this is a fortunate reading. Great Fortune is probably one of the best cards in the deck. And it represents a great reserve of energy. Okay, so that could be money. Yes, it can be money, but it can also be time, attention, ideas, and love and focus. Okay, that would be, you know, Sun conjunct Jupiter, and look at that, Jupiter in Pisces. So that's, you know, expanding unconditional love, happiness, fulfillment, feeling satisfied and satiated. Okay, so happy, 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 happy. Everything's good all the way around. Save your energy. Don't freak out. Here, come on, baby, let's go make love. You'll feel better. Okay, so getting your strength back after something sapped all your energy would be, you know, feeling happy despite the circumstances, despite the ending. Okay, 9, it can mean endings, but it can also mean unconditional love, forgiveness, and compassion. So some of you guys might have been kicking yourself, like I said earlier. So, you know, forgive yourself. Don't stress on it. You did all that you could. Like I said before I even laid the cards, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Don't shit on yourself. Okay, so pathway. Number 35. This talks about going in a different direction. Now, when I see this card, it reminds me of the North Node. Okay, where are you headed? For a lot of us, the North Node is in Cancer. So we're trying to find our way home, or trying to establish ourselves somewhere or in something. Even, you know, with all the other planets, you're establishing your identity, number 1, okay? Because you have to know who you are, and you have to love yourself for who you are. So pathway speaks of your life's mission, your divine purpose, and this leg of the tour that you are on. Okay, so there's been a change in the path, a change in this journey, a change in the direction that you've been traveling. Now you can probably see the light at the end of the tunnel, or things look way brighter yonder than it does here. I always say, you know, the unknown is always way better than the known hell. Okay, because hell, where we live in this 3D society, is the very definition of hell. Repetition over and over and over again. No change, no learning, no bettering. Just stuck in a rut, stuck in a rut. And it's basically flatline. It's no life. It's not living. It's existing. So now there's been a change in direction, and now you got to go a different way. Mentor of Wands. If you spend too much energy on this, you will burn out. And actually, I was getting burnout this morning. Not personally, but I was getting the word burn out. The thing is, this is an intense, transformative lesson, all-consuming, leaving behind purity and temperance. If you resist, it leads to burnout. So this person who either you or the person coming to you is, one of you guys is a teacher, or one of you guys is learning a lesson. But however, somebody has a light complexion, any gender, any age, they share through teaching. They love and they express fire. So you've been forced to take a different route or find another approach or an ulterior path. Okay, so to clarify that, 2 of Swords, 5 of Swords, Princess of Wands, and 5 of Cups. Ooh, okay, so first of all, trying to stay balanced, body, mind, and soul, making a decision that no matter what comes, you're going to stay calm. Because you can't be serious and handle what's in front of you like a boss if you can't get your shit together, okay? Don't let it fuck with you, okay? So Venus is in Aquarius right now, so defeat, depression, you may be feeling a little bit down, but at the same time pushing those feelings away. But you're choosing to do this. You know, it's part of the lesson that do not fight. You need to go with the flow, okay? Because what happens if you don't go with the flow is it leads to burnout. Okay, and then you spend more time and more energy needlessly, wasting the energy on things that do not concern you anymore for some of you. Detach, missile launch. Yeah, he's launching a missile. Okay, launching a missile. I'm not saying that the cards are saying he's launching a missile. I'm just kind of, I'm talking through the meanings of the cards and what I'm getting off of it. Hold on, guys. So they're making me look at the Chiron, the lesson to heal. 9 of Cups is happiness and fulfillment. So I kind of feel like he may not launch the missile. Okay, he may want to be... North Korea may want to be friends with the U.S., but guaranteed he's going to be like, you can't tell me what to do. I'm a superpower too. Every day, living the dream. Deciding to stay balanced, body, mind, and soul. Being very diplomatic. Having many acquaintances, but not quite bonding. This could be like working or having to deal with people that you don't know. Diplomacy. Diplomats. Diplomat. Venus and Aquarius. Hold on. I need to redo my moon tracking paper. I can't even read it anymore. I'm missing a lot of stuff. Okay, hold on. Because I'm getting something here. Expect the unexpected. So there could be a misunderstanding. Because with Venus and Aquarius, they somebody with that placement in their chart has the tendency to mistake friendship for love. To mistake association for love. Cannot separate friendship and relationships. So, diplomats. Diplomacy. Emotional about decisions to fire the missiles. Mentor of Wands. So it's kind of like North Korea has been wanting to come up as a superpower for the longest time. The U.S. has always been a superpower. So it's just more competition is kind of what it feels like. So this almost feels like, do not mistake my kindness for weakness. Persuading. It's like somebody's going to try and persuade somebody to take a different route. So this almost feels like negotiations. Please don't do this. Conditions. So this feels like changing the conditions. Princess of Wands is rash. Okay, she's very impulsive. She jumps the gun. She acts and speaks before she thinks, because she's just so excitable and full of energy. It just blurts out candidly. So it can be kind of sarcastic, but they mean well. There is no malintent with the Princess of Wands. So this could be excited communication. Five of Cups is disappointment in the past, so this could be empty promises. So maybe they decided to stand down. Okay, I just noticed this. Black star and then red star. I want to say he's going to stand down, but they're going to maintain the weapons. Making me look at the Mars in Scorpio. The Mars in Scorpio, that would be energy, action, drive, surgery, war, fighting. Scorpio would be clarity, judgment, executive. Mars, executive order. Oh shit, so this could be, let's see what he does. We're going to sit back and watch. I don't want to be impulsive, because if we declare war, it might be the wrong move. I know, Shadow. You hear her. She's crying because her daddy left. I had to babysit her. Oh, okay. So, I didn't say it, but I had asked for a final outcome, and that would be communication, a message, number 7 card. So there's going to be some communication. Could be lucky communication. Oh, Hierophant, stubborn communication. So that's 1, 2, 3 fives already. 4 fives. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we got 4 fives, guys. Changes, boundaries, standards, walls, surprises, gifts. And the thing is, with this message card, this is positive. This is an enabling card. Okay, so Hierophant can be the government. A message from the government, a message from the Democrats, a message from the Senate. They made me look at the great elephant first, so that made me think of the Democrats. A message from the House, a message from Congress, I don't know. Or a message to. This could be a message to the White House, right? Okay, so a second ago, I just had to ring somebody up who bought a soda. From the Emperor, a message from the Emperor. I was getting a message from the Emperor. Well, I wasn't getting, but that was what I was intuiting, a message from the Emperor. So Emperor is, you know, whoever sits on the throne or whoever is in power. We have the Hierophant card. Ooh, power played. Worried about the power play. Talking about bullying. Talking about an internal discomfort, internal shock. This is almost like, let's be nice to them. Maybe they'll change their ways. So yeah, transformation, healing through sexual healing and or well, love is the answer. Love is the answer. Love cures all. Love is the solution. So this message is positive. The Hierophant is about paradigms, traditions, anything that governs a body of people or anything that idea or a structure that controls a mass of people. You know, like religion, government, education, marriage. Did I say religion? You know, those couple of things. The Hierophant is the spiritual teacher. Okay, they keep making me look at this hawk, and actually I saw a hawk this morning. I do not know what the symbolism is for a hawk, but maybe it's a bird of prey. So they're praying. So yeah, there's definitely, you know, calculating going on here. Uranus is still retrograde in Taurus. Okay, I believe, what is it at, like 2 degrees, 1 degree? So it's an internal discomfort or an internal dis-ease. Some of you guys could have just found out that somebody has a disease, like cancer or something going on with the blood, or could be measles too. A dis-ease. And now a word from your captain. And now a word from our captain. Captain Hawk. Hawk. What is it with the hawk? They've got their eagle eyes on you. I'm watching. We're watching. Taurus is the second house. Okay, so that would be about possessions. Physical, material security. Money and possessions, material security, values, work, daily routines, and environment. So it could be warning that they're going to start conducting tests. Stubborn habits, traditions. He's not going to stand down. He's going to go ahead because he wants that power. He wants to be recognized. He wants North Korea to be recognized as a superpower that makes him the supreme power. And that's what he wants. That's what he's going for, to succeed and exceed whoever was on the throne before him. Okay, so I get the Scorpio card here. I'm getting Scorpio energy with this hawk here, this bird of prey, like you're being watched. You're being scouted. Targeting. Target. Test target. So this could be communications from North Korea saying we're going to test this target today, 4444. Okay, so they're sharing that information with you. And it's kind of like, not sure how to feel about this, guys. Okay, so with the mentor of this is as above, so below. It's a dark-skinned person, any gender, any age, that has something of a material nature to share. Okay, this could be exercising, sex, investing money, investing time, investing ideas, investing attention, and also material work like physical labor, all the way up to warfare, teaching, fighting skills, teaching the fighting arts. This is also a teacher or a student. So, just a second. We're going to continue as scheduled, continue as we planned. We're starting to test our missiles. I'm going to test our missiles. Okay, now they're bringing my eyes back to the four-leaf clover at the top of the Hierophant seat. The four-leaf clover it represents luck. It represents being supported. So maybe the government will change and will want to help foster this. Maybe we'll end up being alliances with North Korea. Wouldn't that be a trip? North Korea, South Korea, and the U.S. united. That would be a total trip. But anyways, I was going to say I'm delusional. But mentor of this, as above, so below. If you shoot our missiles out of the sky, we will shoot our missiles at you. We will target you. Okay, right away. We have 4 Cub Scouts in the air already. 4 Cub Scouts in the air already. Official seal. So it feels like there's already a plan in place for exactly the situation. I mean, not that we weren't aware, but there isn't a lot of talk about it. Not that I watch the news, sorry guys, but it's kind of like I totally lost my train of thought. I was looking at this on the message card because this is a positive thing. You see the red seal? They're bringing my eyes to the red seal. So this can be secret testing. Oh, the United States might try something different with China, a different approach. Okay, I know we were going to put tariffs on them. Then they did that delay, and I predicted that delay in one of my readings. And then now there's talk about him not enacting the tariff at all. He may say, "I rushed to judgment." So there might be a change. Empty promises in regards to China. So it could also be, I can't promise you anything. I cannot guarantee something. This is no guarantees, no expectations. And then King of Cups, the consideration. Somebody who feels really deeply beneath the surface. You can feel their energy. They're very intense and very magnetic, but silent. They don't wear their heart on their sleeve. This is Pluto, the moon with Pluto. So this is an intense, not knowing what to do. So this could be North Korea telling us that they intend to start missile target practice. Troops taken to the skies. Is this a missile alert? 4 hawks. 4 hawks. King of Cups can also speak of addiction. Addiction, OCD, compulsion. You just can't help yourself. Oh. Wow. Let me get a final outcome. I know I already asked for one, but I was feeling more information, so I pulled more. Ooh, bad health. Oh boy. Bad health is not a good card, okay? It can either be somebody is sick physically, mentally, or emotionally, even spiritually, okay? Because you can be down spiritually. This talks about bed rest because you're either tired, you're injured, you're recovering from surgery, or you're recovering from something, or you're attempting to recover. I have something of yours, or I have something for you. This doesn't feel like negative things. It's intimidation. There, you know, China said, "Oh, we're going to give you a Christmas surprise," and they were intending on making everybody fearful and scared. They wanted to intimidate the entire United States. Okay, the president, the White House, the people. This was basically a showing of, I have power. You can't tell me I can't have power. I will use my power on you. Aims, sets its sight on the United States. Yeah, so begin missile testing. One more. I want to clarify the bad health, just to get a little bit better gauge on what's going on. Clarify bad health, please. Sleeping with the enemy. Okay, High Priestess, Ace of Swords, and the Lovers. Actually, Ace of Swords came out after. So bad health, the High Priestess and the Lovers. High Priestess is about the unknown. It's about tapping into your own divinity, silencing the fears, and listening to the messages that are there, that are there for you. Okay, what are they making me look at? I can't even see what the hell that is in the picture. I think it's an owl. Lines, traces in the background. So this could be a warning that there is a missile targeting practice. The King of Cups. Okay, they keep bringing me back to the King of Cups. See how he's got his eye covered? Like, fuck, you know? He's tripping. This guy's tripping. Somebody's sharing something with him. Something physical. Oh, to warfare. I don't have the spy card here. Spies like us. High Priestess is ruled by the moon. The moon is in Capricorn right now, so it's about being serious. You know in your heart that it's true. And then we have the Lovers card, which is about making the right choice, coming from a place of integrity, not being tempted or going to victim mentality. And then Ace of Swords. Aces are blessings. Ace of Swords is truth and clarity and communication. It's also new beginnings, recognition, and also manifestation, law of manifestation, the beginning of a manifestation. Okay, so what do we got? Bad health, High Priestess, Lovers, Ace of Swords. We're on a road to nowhere. We're going nowhere. Somebody's passionate about resolving something, but it seems that somebody's overstepping their boundaries, or they're going around somebody else's boundaries because they have their own boundaries that they're asserting. Choosing to stay in your integrity and speaking the truth. We're very worried about a declaration of war, or we're very worried about North Korea having this program. Has a habit of doing something. Okay, they bring my eyes to the red star again. Has a habit of doing something. Why they keep throwing China in me when I'm trying to talk about North Korea? There's something going on with China, obviously. Because they keep bringing my eyes to the red star. The red star under Cupid's butt here. China is our ally. China's all up your ass because you've been stepping on their toes. Stepping on them. So yeah, it could be stress or threats from China in regards to the tariffs. Ace of Swords is triumph, though. Knowing that if you make the right choices, everything will be okay. Everything's going to be all right. Okay, so it feels like, you know, possibly the U.S. may be encroaching on some new territory. Okay, they may have to be working with North Korea, because they're gonna do their nuclear program no matter what we say. We're not their daddy. Even though we are the father country, we're not father country to them. They are their own power. They recognize that. They are speaking that. They are asserting that. Only problem is how they're doing it can hurt a lot of people. Okay, but they're just struggling to be heard and to be recognized. Ano, awe, reverence. Ooh, shock and awe. I don't like that. It's a number 11. It's a portal for goals. It's decisions. It's plans. My intention is to allow myself to live in reverence and awe, and to recognize the miraculous creation that I am and that I am part of. Reverence is a state of being that can permanently liberate you from mediocrity. There is nothing mediocre about life. Our small planet hangs in perfect balance in a galaxy within a universe that is believed to be over 13 billion years old. This means that it took 13 billion years to create an environment that could host you and your loved ones. Reverence invites you into a state of awe, discovery, and appreciation for yourself and the world around you. Guys, honestly, these cards are really good. They're really nice. You know, just to have the final card be triumph after being so stressed and depressed and worried about somebody else's actions. Okay, those are the things that we can't control. Passion, Archangel Haniel. Trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. Okay, that's on a personal level, guys. You know, you guys have this intimate conversation. Passion, King of Cups. There's a lot of passion there. Oh, for some of you guys, hold on. I was doing more world events. That's what was standing out to me. Let me take a look in the love relationship. Making love because somebody's stressed out or worried about something, worried about theft, worried about being taken, or worried about a theft that has already happened, or worried about being bullied, or about some kind of property or possession, or owning something. Healing through sexual healing or healing through love, and then getting your mojo back. Okay, replenishing those reserves of energy and feeling happy and satisfied because you let go. You put those feelings out in the cold. Like, nope, I'm not going to be tripping. I'm not going to be worried about this. Everything happens exactly as it's supposed to. So realizing that the events that are happening are on purpose. Through the fire, through the river, through the wall. For a chance to be with you, I'd gladly risk it all. Okay, so Mentor of Wands, a purge. Transformative lessons, all-consuming, purity and temperance. Resisting leads to burnout. Okay, so taking another approach when it comes to relationships. So it could be that this person is finally starting to bond with you when before they were kind of like, I could take it or leave it. You know, they had a lot of probably feminine friends, a lot of friends, but nobody close. And here you guys are working together to take things in a different direction. A message, the Hierophant. This could be, I want to marry you. This could definitely be a marriage proposal. I was getting that somebody was getting a ring for Christmas, and I realized, you know, it was right in my friend circle. My friend hid a ring in the Christmas tree, and excuse me, and he put the video on Facebook of her finding it, and, you know, her finding it and turning around, and he was already on his knees. Woo, yay, guys! Congratulations. So I knew somebody around me was getting a ring. I wasn't sure who it was, though. There's a lot of people around me, and it's impossible to pick and choose the energies. They're telling me peck, 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 pick, pecking at, picking at, pick apart. So this could be a message from your partner or loved one, because it doesn't have to be your husband or boyfriend or girlfriend or wife. It can be, you know, a family member. It can be your neighbor. It's just somebody who you have some kind of relationship with. And I want to say either somebody you go to school with, somebody who has, vibe tribe. Vibe tribe, a communication from your vibe tribe. People who have a lot in common with you or have a lot of the same beliefs as you.
What's up, Trish?
So this message and the Hierophant card with the elephant standing out could be like a code. Like, let's say if you're buying weed or you want some weed and you're messaging your friend, you could be like, the eagle has landed or something to that effect. So this is like code. The eggs are in the basket. The eagle has landed. Okay, that's where I got that. The eagle has landed. This could be code for let's go party. Let's partake. Okay, so this could be something you normally don't do and you go and party a little bit. Somebody's sharing with you. Okay, so you may be a little tired today. But you're tapped in, you're listening to yourself, and you're making the right choices. You may be responsibly partying. Partying responsibly. And that's the truth. No lies there. You are partying responsibly. You know, this is like the weekend warrior energy where you party all weekend and then Sunday night you're at home in bed at 9 o'clock sleeping because you got to go to work Monday through Friday. This is no nonsense. Okay, Prince of Wands and Five of Cups in a relationship. Also trying another approach. Somebody's jittery. They've got a lot of energy. They may have been hoping for one thing and their hopes got dashed, or their dreams were dashed. And, you know, along with the 5 energy over here, they're trying to look at the negative things, but you keep bringing them back around and turning it into a positive thing. Or, you know, every time they mention something, they blurt something out, or some kind of criticism or some kind of grumble, and you immediately talk them down. You counter that. Okay, so they're pitching and you're countering. Excuse me. So the last card, you know what to do. Archangel Uriel, trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. Okay, your inner knowledge, your inner guidance. Okay, and this is the integrity, right? This is your inner knowledge, okay? Acting on your, and the acting would be out of integrity, doing the right thing because you know it's what you're supposed to do. Okay, and the fact that we have 2020, is it yesterday or today? So things are very, very clear. Or there's definite clear communication. You will know what to do when the time is right. Okay, guys, I'm going to have to close this up. I'll see you guys on Monday. Love you guys. Take care.